Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about oily and acne prone skin, as well as specific products to look for in your skincare, and some tips on how to make these skincare concerns a little bit more manageable. I've had so many people reach out to me with questions on these skin concerns. So this video is going to be packed full of information. Make sure you hang out until the end, and I hopefully will be able to answer most of the questions that you guys have had. Okay, so we're just going to dive right in and start off with oily skin. If you have an oily skin type, it really boils down to three things. It's from genetics, hormones, or stress. Oily skin is usually considered a problem by most, but I want you to know that it really does have its benefits too. You are going to age so much more gracefully than somebody like me with extremely dry skin. Your skin is already naturally hydrated with the oils that you produce, so fine lines and wrinkles are going to be a lot less noticeable. You don't have to constantly worry about dry patches or flakiness. And you have that natural dewy glow that people like me pay big bucks to achieve. So having an oily skin type might seem like an inconvenience, but it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna make a PSA for everyone who has oily or acne prone skin, so pay attention. If you have these skin types, a lot of things that I see is that you're doing too much to dry out the skin. I know it makes sense in your head that if you produce excess oil or if you have acne, you want to do everything that you can and everything in your power to remove all that excess oil and strip the skin from all the oils that your skin is producing. But when you do that, it sets your skin into overdrive. You're actually making your skin produce even more excess oil than it needs. When you're doing a bunch of steps or using a bunch of drying products, your skin is thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so dry, let me produce even more oil to make up for what's being removed. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you don't want to dry the skin out so much that it's thinking that it's having to produce twice as much oil as it does naturally. Also, what we put into our bodies does come out through our skin. So there are a couple of food groups that I would try to cut back on if you can. They are fried foods, fatty foods, and yes, sugars. It has been proven when you consume these specific food groups that it does kind of jumpstart your oil glands and makes them produce excess oil. So if you can cut back a little bit on these food groups, you might notice over time that the oil production might start to decrease. When you're looking for products that target oily skin concerns, there are three main ingredients that you will find in almost everything, and they are salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, and glycolic acid. These three ingredients help to kill bacteria. They are also exfoliants, so they're constantly helping to slough off dead skin, remove dirt, debris, excess oils. They're really going to help you get that deep, squeaky clean that everybody's looking for. There are also two other very helpful ingredients, which are sulfur and clay. Sulfur is pretty stinky, but it is very helpful to absorb excess oil. Clay as well is an ingredient that you find in a lot of masks. It also acts as a natural oil absorber. Another question that I get quite a bit is recommendations on specific brands or specific products to address these skin concerns. I've said this in my other video too, but it really is hard to recommend a specific brand to each and every person just because everyone's skin is so different. What might work for Susie may not work for you. So unless I can be right in front of you and working with your skin one-on-one, or if I've been doing facials for you for a while, it's very difficult for me to be able to recommend a specific brand just for you. But what I am going to do is talk about some steps that you can try and incorporate some of those ingredients that I listed out before. So of course you want to make sure that you cleanse morning and night, but just make sure that you're not overdoing it. You don't have to cleanse your face 3 or 4 times a day. I know when you have excess oil, you feel like you really want to get it off and feel like you have that really clean face, but like I said before, you want to make sure that you're not stripping the skin too much so you can actually over cleanse. So morning and night really is enough. Most of the cleansers that you will find for oily skin will have the salicylic, glycolic, or benzoyl peroxide like I listed, and foamy cleansers tend to be preferred more for oily skin. I highly recommend toners for oily skin types. This is a great product that you can use in place of cleansing all those extra times throughout the day. Using a toner that has glycolic acid will work very great for your skin type. But I am begging you to please stay away from toners that have alcohol. I cannot stress this enough. Alcohol dehydrates and strips the skin from its natural oils. In return, will make your skin produce excess oil and more oil production. So finding a good toner will be a hero product in your skincare routine. Having oily skin does not mean that you should skip moisturizer. It is very common for oily skin to peel or feel dehydrated due to all the harsh ingredients that you're using to control the oil or remove the oil. There's a huge difference in oiliness and hydration. So you definitely do want to make sure that you are using a moisturizer in your skincare routine. You do want to stay away from moisturizers that have mineral oils or petroleum. Those tend to be a thicker consistency and they will sit a little heavier on the skin and they won't absorb. A great ingredient to look for in your moisturizer is hyaluronic acid. That is something that your skin produces naturally. So if you can find something with that in it, it's a great way to give your skin that drink of water that it's desperately needing, but without leaving a greasy, tacky, sticky film on top of the skin. Some other products that you can work into your skincare routine are scrubs. You just want to make sure that you're using a gentle scrub, nothing that's too abrasive or too harsh on the skin. I would only do it about once or twice a week, and that's a great step that you can do to remove any excess buildup, any dead skin that's accumulated, and to just give your skin that really pretty, fresh, hydrated glow. Another product is masks. You could do a mask just once a week, a nice clay mask or something like I said with sulfur in it. Those are great natural ways to absorb excess oil. They also give your skin that deep clean, they tighten up those pores and really just freshen up the face. I also want to add in here blotting papers. Blotting papers are the easiest, quickest way to absorb any excess oil throughout the day. You could use them a million times if you need to. They're very inexpensive. You can find them everywhere. They come in little packets. You can throw them in your purse and take them with you. And you can literally use them on top of your makeup and just blot anywhere where you need to absorb any excess oil. They won't mess up your makeup. So if you have oily skin or even combination skin, invest in some blotting papers. It's an easy way to control the shine throughout the day and not mess up your look. And of course, using oil control primers or mattifying setting powders will definitely be a way to add something to your makeup routine to control the shine throughout the day as well. The last little tip that I want to give is washing your tools. Whether you use makeup brushes or sponges, washing your tools at least once a week will really help to remove any excess oils or debris that it's accumulated during all of your makeup applications. No one wants to use dirty or gunky brushes and sponges, so making sure that you're keeping them nice and clean will keep the bacteria out and also just make your makeup apply a lot smoother and better. All right, everybody, it is time. I am going to go over everything that you need to know about acne-prone skin. I have had so many people reach out with questions and concerns regarding acne that I actually made notes front and back to make sure that I answer every question that you guys have asked. I want to make sure that I don't leave anything out, so I will have my trusty handy dandy notes available. Acne is mostly caused by bacteria, hormones, clogged hair follicles, excess oil production. Medication, diet, and stress are also some key factors. If you are someone that suffers from acne, I want you to know that not only do you want to use topical products to address the problem, but you want to heal from the inside out. I can't stress enough how important it is to heal the acne not only on the outside, but from the inside too. Water.
Water, 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 water. Water, 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 water. Water, 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 water. Water, 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 water.
You get the point? Okay, good. As simple as it sounds, making sure that you're drinking plenty of water to keep your system flushed out is very important for acne-prone skin. Also, lemon water can be very beneficial for your skin. Lemons also have anti-inflammatory properties and detoxifying properties. Eating things like mixed nuts, especially walnuts, are full of omega-3s, which helps with inflammation and breakouts. Probiotics are also great. Not only do they help with your gut health, but they help with inflammation as well. And of course, staying away from fried and fatty foods is going to be very important. There are two different types of acne-prone skin, those that are extremely oily, and believe it or not, acne-prone skin can be very dry as well. So making sure that you find products that cater to your specific skin type is very important. You don't want to use any products that are going to excessively dry out your skin as alcohol does, because it's going to set your skin into overdrive where it's going to produce even more oil than it already does. And if you have dry acne skin, you don't want to do anything extra to dry it out even more. Cleansing is probably the most important step when it comes to acne. You want to make sure that you're cleaning the skin very gently, but you're cleaning it well. Using scrubs with acne is a big no-no. Please do not do it. It's just going to irritate the skin even more, cause excess inflammation. So when you're cleansing, just making sure that you're using something gentle but effective. Most of the cleansers for acne-prone skin, again, are going to have salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, glycolic, even sulfur or clay. After cleansing, I really would recommend to use a toner. Toners are a big key player when it comes to oily or acne-prone skin. Again, staying away from any that have alcohol in them. If using a toner with glycolic might be a little too harsh for your skin if you're more on the sensitive side, Witch Hazel is a great product to use as a toner. Witch Hazel is 100% natural and perfect for anyone with sensitive skin. It doubles as an astringent and is a great disinfectant. So if you are more sensitive, or even if you're pregnant, Witch Hazel is a great, safe, effective product to use for toner. Acne treatments and spot treatments are probably the most popular when you're looking for product, so making sure you're finding one with either benzoyl peroxide, sulfur, or salicylic acid will be a great way to spot treat any blemishes that you have. And the same information about moisturizer applies here, just like it did for the oily skin. You just want to find products that say that they're oil-free, oil-controlling, or even acne-fighting, non-comedogenic. All of these terms are very good for anyone with acne. Yes, using a moisturizer is very important, but I would be careful and not use anything over SPF 30. Going any higher than that, the textures do start to get pretty thick, and we don't want to use anything that's going to be too heavy and add to any clogging of the pores. And finding one that just gives your skin the hydration that it needs without adding that greasy, oily, filmy texture that nobody likes. Masks are also very popular products when it comes to acne-prone skin. So finding a good clay mask, again, to just deep clean the pores, tighten up the skin. Masks that have sulfur will also be very beneficial. But believe it or not, you probably have 2 ingredients at your house right now that you can make a great mask at home. Honey makes a great mask. I know it sounds kind of weird. Using raw honey on the skin is so beneficial. It helps with swelling, it kills bacteria, and it is very healing. Another mask you can make at home is an egg white mask. Egg whites are a great natural astringent, and they also help to absorb excess oil. You'll also notice that it does have a tightening property to it as well, so it does feel nice and tightening to the skin, but let it sit and just remove it with warm water. Alright, so I want to rewind a little bit. If you are someone who has dry, acne-prone skin, you might find that you have a lot of peeling or flakiness or dry patches. I do have a little trick here, and it sounds crazy, but I want you to try it instead of doing anything too harsh to irritate. And that tip is Scotch tape. Using the Scotch tape on the skin is a great way to remove any excess flakiness or dry patches that you have without it being too irritating. I also want to take a quick second to talk about acne scarring. So many people have reached out with concerns on this topic. Yes, if you are financially able, you can always go to your dermatologist or a med spa and have a chemical peel or microdermabrasion, laser, microneedling. There's so many great treatments out there for you to do. But there are topical products and ingredients that you can find that will be very beneficial and helpful in the repair of acne scars. The first ingredient is vitamin C. It's a natural lightening agent. It helps to brighten the skin, heal the skin. So a product that has a higher concentration of vitamin C will be very beneficial in repairing scars. The next ingredient is hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is a lightening agent. The highest you can find it is at about 2%. Anything higher than that you will have to have a prescription for, and it will help to brighten up any darker areas on the face. Retinol, or vitamin A, is another great ingredient. Yes, it does have great anti-aging benefits, but it was actually developed for acne first. And the last one I want to mention is vitamin E. Vitamin E is very healing. It's got so many great properties to it. It's great for scarring, stretch marks. It's great to take internally. Here are some other quick tips that I want to share with you that might help reduce your breakouts. Make sure you're cleaning your brushes and sponges. We don't want that to be a way that you're spreading bacteria. Frequently washing your pillowcases might also be very helpful. Sanitizing your cell phone. Please try not to pick at your face. I know it's hard. A lot of us like to get in there and really get those pimples. But picking at your face can definitely cause scarring, and it can spread bacteria, it can cause irritation. And lastly, be patient with your products. Give them time to work for you. Don't give up on them too early. Don't overwhelm yourself with a bunch of product that you know you're not going to use. You can always gradually add pieces as you go. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of information. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you for sticking with me. I really wanted to make sure that I addressed every question that I've gotten. I know I just threw a lot of stuff at you, but don't worry. I'm going to list all of the ingredients and things that I talked about in the description box below for your reference. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching today's video. I really hope by me breaking it down this way you found it helpful. As usual, you can always find me on Facebook and Instagram, so come hang out with me there too, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye.